Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to do a full face, starting with a very soft smoky eye. This look is for nighttime, unless you're kind of a little bit bold and you like to wear a little bit more makeup during the day. So stay tuned and watch for all my helpful tricks and tips. Okay y'all, so we're going in with the Pro Conceal and Correct palette light with W10 with our fingers just for a eyeshadow base. So I like to use cream concealer as an eyeshadow base just so that I don't have to have an extra product in my makeup kit. Using your fingers, I do it roughly to distribute the product as a nice little base for your eyeshadow. So once you've done that, or once I've done that, I'm going in with my nice fluffy round brush in Lime Crime's palette called Venus with the color Divine and applying that directly under the brow bone. So what this is going to be is a nice base for our next colors to kind of come in the sequence. We're going to be using about 4 or 5, I think. So that's what that looks like. Blend it out. Then next we're going in with Muse, the same palette from Lime Crime, applying that from the outside corner inwards. So we're kind of patting that product in just to kind of give us a little bit of depth and softly blending that out. I love this brush from MAC just because it really helps to diffuse a lot of the lines, but it also kind of works well when kind of directly patting the product in. I'll link it in the description box below. Wow, the description box below. So we're applying Rebirth. So applying that towards the inside corner, making sure to kind of softly blend it into that corner. Blending it up into that brow bone color. Or I guess that's my crease. I guess I could call that my crease. I just assume it's closer to like my brow bone, but I guess brow bone for some other people might be the top part between kind of the eyelid and the eyebrow. So I'm going in with a clean brush just to kind of softly blend everything out, making sure to kind of deharshen any lines, and then going in with a lovely concealer just to give our next color a really good base to stick to and to kind of soften out the color that we just put. The great thing about the next color is that it is called Aurora, and for me it helps to open up my eyes a lot more. I know that I have some pretty big eyes, but I find adding that shimmer to my eyes just really gives me a little bit more of a better shape, I find. So once I've applied that, I'm going to swooping it up back in with my favorite short dome brush just to blend everything out. So blending that into the brow bone, really making sure that everything is soft, blended, and super, super beautiful. Then going in with Shell, just to add even more shimmer, but also some more dimension because it is a little bit deeper than Aurora. So blending that over just kind of the center, kind of softening everything out, adding a little bit more depth to the Aurora tone, and then going in with my makeup remover just to kind of clean up underneath, catch any fallout. Then going in with Pale Pink in the Pro Conceal and Correct palette by MAC, just to kind of balance out my skin tone. So I'll let you guys know now, the MAC Prep and Prime Beauty Balm that I'm going to be using later, I find sticks a little bit better when I put the concealer first. So this is me applying the Beauty Balm now, but you know, feel free to do it however you want. Most people, because they have like a foundation, like a real foundation, will do their concealer afterwards. But I would still apply it in the same kind of method, just because concealer doesn't need, you don't need to have a lot. If you want to do a natural look, don't use a lot of concealer. So that's just my little advice. So for people who use a BB cream or a beauty balm or anything that has a lighter pigmentation than a foundation, put your concealer on first. I think you'll kind of like it. So now going in with my beauty blender and the leftover beauty balm, I'm just going to help diffuse any of the lines that the brush has made. I really love this beauty blender because it's turquoise. Definitely my favorite color. So once that's done, going in with the NYX Bright Idea stick in Topaz just to do my contour. So I'm doing this on a wet face. Like, I haven't used any setting powder or anything. I'm keeping it for once I'm finished. So what I'm doing is just hitting the little spots that I want to kind of soften and the bridge of my nose. So contouring your nose doesn't have to be that scary. It's a little intense, but if you use your finger to kind of diffuse the product and work it down a little bit, it'll really give it just like a little bit of depth. Nothing too crazy. So I add a little bit more just onto the nostrils there, just because I find that they're always sticking out. And then going into my hairline, creating that little, I don't know what to call that, a little anchor just in the corner of my hairline. And then that weird smiley face in the center. So putting a little bit of the product on my brush, going into the beauty balm, just to diffuse the Bright Ideas stick, and then working that up and just around to kind of give my cheekbones that depth that I like. So that's just the way that I like to diffuse it. It looks a little intense right now with the lighting, but in the afters you'll see it's actually very, very soft. But this way at least you can kind of see exactly where I'm placing it and just kind of the technique of how I'm brushing that kind of more up and into the hairline rather than kind of blending it down or anything else like that. Going back in just to soften that up a little bit more because I feel like there's a little bit of a line. Then moving on to the nose just to kind of, you know, really let you people know it's pretty rough what I'm doing to my nose. I'm not soft, I'm not delicate. I'm trying to almost remove as much product as I possibly can, but then also, you know, diffuse it at the same time. So then that's what I try to do again on my forehead. I had to put my hair up because it was a lot more challenging to kind of blend out the product. So right there what I'm doing is just bringing it to my brow bone just to kind of give myself that nice halo. So I like to apply it kind of almost like almost in a 3. So I kind of bring it around the cheekbone, up into the temple, and across the forehead right there. That's the trick. So once that's diffused, I set it with the unnameable setting powder. Feel free to use a brush. For me, I knew that I was going to be wearing this makeup for a pretty long time, so I went in with my powder puff from MAC just to kind of go in and press and set everything down. Then I'm going to go in with my fluffy blush brush with the Stay All Day bronzer from Stila, just to kind of give my skin a little bit more depth because, again, with my beauty balm, the Prep and Prime from MAC in light, the summer's tan that I've got, it doesn't really match my neck, so I kind of have to add a little bit more richness, which I'm really glad that I can do with this product because it does really stay all day. And with the BB cream, it really does give me that super awesome dewiness and glowiness. So then I'm going in with the Essence Gel Pencil Waterproof Liner, going into the inside waterline. Yeah, hold your breath, because if you're not comfortable doing this, I really suggest you don't do this, and probably would suggest trying false lashes. Or if you have lash extensions, you don't even need to do this. But if you do want to add a little bit more depth, or if you're capable of doing like liquid liner or liner on top of the lash line, do that too. For me, I like to do it in the inside waterline because it gives me so much more depth and dimension, so that I don't need false lashes. Then going in with Stila's In the Moments Gold, I'm using that as a highlighter. So I'm applying that to the bridge of my nose, to the tops of my cheeks, before my blush, just so that my blush will have a little bit more luminosity and it won't catch the flash that much. So at least this way it'll kind of be that nice little brightness up there in the temple area, but more just like a little bit of a shimmer underneath the blush. So I'm using a very floppy, fluffy dome brush just to apply that. And I like to apply a little bit on the Cupid's bow, though having a mustache makes that a little bit more difficult, but you know, it's the little efforts that count. Going in with the Better Than Sex mascara by Too Faced. Really, for me, I love to layer this stuff on. I kind of like it when the tubes are a little bit older because I feel like the product's a little bit thicker. I don't know what's wrong with me, but I really do like a waxy mascara because I feel like it defines my lashes a little bit nicer. I don't know why, but that's just me. So applying that to the bottom lash line, but I don't actually do that to the opposite eye because I just plain old forgot. So that's the mascara. Then once that's finished, going in with the eyebrow styler in Spiked, I'm just going in and kind of messing up again. I kind of do my eyebrows a little bit differently. This eyebrow, I'm not really a fan of it. It actually is really sparse and a little bit higher than my other brow, so I do really have to fill that under eyebrow part a lot. So I really went a little bit ham on this eyebrow when filling it in, so it is more kind of that dramatic eyebrow. So if you are someone who likes to really play up your eyebrows, this is the type of style that you'll kind of want to follow when filling in your eyebrows. So this eyebrow isn't completely done, and I'm just going back in again and just using short but firm strokes so that I can really get the pigment from this amazing eyebrow product that doesn't budge. Honestly, I have oily skin and it stays all day. It's not amazing by the end of the day, but it's good. So going in on the second eyebrow, I went way lighter, as you can tell. Then going in next with the Rachel Schultz, the Nude Kit, with their blush, the darker rosier blush. Just applying that to the tops of my cheekbones, just over top of the highlighter that I had just done. So that looks good. We then move on to the montage of me showing you the final look. Thanks so much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions or ideas for any other videos. Alright, thanks again, y'all. Bye.
Whoosh. Look at this. What the fuck is this?